Juego.
Mario has been around for more than 40 years, yet he still somehow feels fresh. You can show his silhouette to almost anyone on the planet and they'll recognise him instantly. What's interesting is that Mario didn't start out as a mascot, or even a plumber. He wasn't designed to be iconic, he wasn't the face of Nintendo, and he wasn't meant to represent an entire era of gaming. He was just a little collection of pixels climbing ladders in an arcade cabinet.
I can't quit now, Luigi! I was born with a plunger in my hand!
I know. I was awfully hard on Mum. Come on!
But over time something happened. The character evolved, the games evolved, and Mario slowly turned into the beating heart of Nintendo itself. His journey mirrors the evolution of the entire gaming industry, its successes, its risks, and the leaps of faith that shaped everything we play today. This is the full story of Mario. Not just where he came from, but how he kept adapting, reinventing and reintroducing himself to new generations without ever losing what made him appealing in the first place.
Something's coming up the plumbing, poor Luigi's in a bind. Giant turtles out to get him, creepy crabs are right behind. Fighter flies, jeepers yikes, they're all coming out the pipes.
Mario, where are you?
It's Atari Mario Brothers with Mario from Donkey Kong, his brother Luigi, and lots of crazy creatures. And it's twice the fun when two play at once, because you need all the help you can get.
Mario, where are you?
Mario Brothers, new from Atari.
Mario's story begins in 1981, during a moment when Nintendo desperately needed a win in the American arcade market. A young designer named Shigeru Miyamoto was asked to create something new. He wasn't a programmer, he wasn't a veteran gamer. What he had though was imagination. The hero of his new game looked incredibly simple. A hat, a mustache, and a vague human shape. The mustache wasn't a favourable choice, it was a technical shortcut to make his face readable with so few pixels. But that tiny detail gave him personality. He didn't even have a real name yet. In the game, he was known as Jumpman, a carpenter chasing after a runaway gorilla. But internally at Nintendo of America, people started referring to him as Mario, inspired by a landlord who once confronted the company about unpaid rent.
You don't have to raise your voice. I can give you.
The nickname stuck, the character stuck, and the audiences quickly connected with him. Nobody knew it yet, but Mario had just taken his first step towards becoming gaming royalty.
Soon you can play Donkey Kong on your ColecoVision, Atari VCS, or Intellivision home video system. Won't that be fun?
Don't worry, darling! I'll save you!
Mario's next appearance came in Mario Bros. In 1983. This was the moment Nintendo began shaping his identity. He wasn't a carpenter anymore. Pipes were everywhere, so making him a plumber just made sense. And he wasn't alone. Luigi appeared for the first time, giving Mario a brother and creating a dynamic that would stay with the franchise forever. The game itself wasn't a huge phenomenon, but it helped set the stage. Mario was becoming more distinct. Bright colours, expressive animations, and a growing sense of character started to form around him. He was ready for something bigger. Much bigger. When Super Mario Bros. Launched on the NES in 1985, everything changed. This wasn't just a great video game, it was the game that revived an entire industry. The moment players stepped into World 1-1, the rules of the game design shifted. Mario didn't feel like a static figure anymore, he felt alive, responsive and fun to control. The early moments taught players everything they needed to know without a single tutorial. The first Goomba, the first pipe, the first hidden block above the question mark where the mushroom appears. Every element was deliberately placed. It was a masterclass in design that other developers still study today. By the time you reach Mario Castle for the first time, Mario had gone from a simple arcade character to the face of the home console boom.
Mario! Mario! Mario!
Nintendo didn't let Mario sit still. The series branched out quickly, and each step pushed the character in new directions. The second Mario game in the West, Super Mario Bros. 2, had a very different flavour, and there's a reason for that. It was originally a completely different Japanese game that Nintendo reworked for international audiences. Yet players embraced its style, and many of the enemies introduced there, Shy Guys, Birdo, Bob-ombs, became permanent pieces of Mario's world. Then in 1988, Super Mario Bros. 3 arrived. This was Mario at the peak of the 8-bit era. World maps, themed lands, inventive costumes, hidden secrets, everything felt bigger and smarter. It showcased how much the character could grow while staying familiar.
新しい冒険が今始まろうとしている。愛よ、勇気を奮い立て。僕らはマリオと強くなる。テクニカルファンタジーゲーム。
By this point, Mario wasn't just popular, he was becoming a cultural icon. Mario's next major step came with the Super Nintendo in 1990. Super Mario World delivered a brighter, more colourful universe that made the NES feel like a distant memory. The game introduced Yoshi, allowed branching routes, and gave each world a sense of personality.
Introducing the next generation from Nintendo, new Super Mario World, created especially for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It's a bit more exciting, a bit more challenging, a bit more graphic, a bit more colorful, a bit more realistic, a bit more levels, a bit more secret, a bit more enemies, a bit more friends, a bit more sound, a bit hotter, a bit cooler, a bit weird, a bit more revolutionary, a bit more Mario, a bit more of what you want. It's 16-bit, and it's yours only if you get new Super Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, superpower.
The controls felt refined and almost timeless. Even today, Super Mario World feels smooth and modern, which is why players continue speedrunning it and pushing it to its limits decades later. Mario had fully mastered 2D platforming. The question now was what came next.
The game is going to be this holiday season. It's the new Nintendo 64. So what's the big deal, and why is Toys R Us already sold out?
Few games in history changed things as dramatically as Super Mario 64. There was nothing quite like it at the time. Suddenly, Mario wasn't confined to left and right. He could explore, climb, dive, swim, and turn in any direction. Peach's castle acted as a living playground, warm, inviting, and mysterious all at once. Players didn't just follow a straight path anymore, they chose their own route, discovered secrets on their own, and approached the worlds in their own order. Mario's moveset became one of the most expressive in gaming. Triple jumps, wall kicks, long jumps, every technique made him feel athletic and tactile. The transition to 3D could have gone wrong in so many ways, but Mario 64 was so confident, so carefully crafted, that it redefined what a video game could be. The GameCube era brought a big shift. Super Mario Sunshine took Mario on a tropical vacation, introduced the fluid water pack, and moved the series in a brighter, more experimental direction. The tone was different, lighter, more playful, but the game had a charm that stuck with fans. A few years later, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 delivered something extraordinary. Mario leapt from planet to planet in gravity-bending adventures that felt unlike anything else the series had done before. The sweeping orchestral soundtrack made the experience feel cinematic, and each galaxy offered a new idea, a new gimmick, or a new surprise. All these games showed Mario's ability to reinvent himself, without abandoning the spirit of exploration and movement that defined him. As technology improved and Nintendo consoles reached new audiences, Mario began branching in two directions, one nostalgic and one bold. The new Super Mario Bros. Series on the DS and Wii brought Mario back to its clean, polished 2D platforming. Families connected with it instantly, and younger players got a taste of classic Mario for the first time. Then we had Super Mario 3D World, which merged 3D movement with level-based stages, creating a hybrid style that worked beautifully in co-op. Then came Mario Odyssey, a game that pushed Mario to new heights. The introduction of Cappy allowed Mario to take control of enemies and objects, turning each kingdom into a playground filled with secrets and creativity. Odyssey felt like the fullest realisation of the Mario formula in decades. And most recently, Super Mario Bros. Wonder brought surprise and creativity back to 2D Mario. Levels could suddenly change tone, rhythm, or physics altogether thanks to the Wonder effects. It was a reminder that Mario could still surprise people even after 4 decades. Mario's influence now stretches far past traditional platforming. Mario Kart became one of the best-selling franchises in history. Super Smash Bros. Placed Mario alongside many gaming icons. Nintendo's theme parks brought Mario's world into real life, and the recent Mario movie brought a new wave of fans into the fold with massive box office success. Mario isn't just Nintendo's mascot anymore, he's a symbol of gaming itself. Even after all these years, Mario keeps evolving. Every generation gets a version of him that feels familiar but still new. That's the secret to his longevity. He stays true to his roots whilst always moving forward. If you enjoyed this video looking at Mario's history, let me know what era or game you'd like to see explored next. And if you want more videos like this, be sure to hit that like, subscribe and turn on the notifications. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, let's go!